In this video, I'm going to share with you in detail the most common signs that I personally know of, which clearly indicate that you were born with a spiritual gift. So, pay close attention. The first sign that indicates you were born with the gift of clairvoyance is that you often have dreams or imagine strange things in your mind that later, in the future, happen exactly as you saw them in your mind. You've probably experienced this. Something happens in your life, and for some reason, you have the strange feeling that you've already lived through it before. It's as if what is happening to you now, you had already lived. This, my friend, is a clear sign of clairvoyance. If this happens to you regularly, it means you have the gift of clairvoyance. If that's the case, let me know in the comments below. The second sign that indicates you were born with the gift of clairvoyance is through genetics. What I mean by this is that other members of your family also possess the ability to see the future or predict when something bad or strange is about to happen. I don't know if this has ever happened to you. You're out with friends, celebrating and having fun, and then someone in the group says, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable here, I'm going to leave." And just as they leave, something bad happens, like an accident. If you or someone you know has experienced this, that person is likely clairvoyant. The third sign that someone was born with a gift is that as a child, you dreamed or talked to imaginary friends. This happens to 95% of children worldwide, but what I'm referring to is that you may have had imaginary friends who were different from the rest. These imaginary friends may have shown you hidden treasures or told you about bad things certain people did, making you distrust them. Many children experience not wanting to be near certain people, or they start crying or feeling sad when they're around certain people. If this happened to you as a child, it's very likely that you were born with a spiritual gift. And if, as an adult, this still happens to you, it's a clear indication that you possess a spiritual gift. The fourth sign that you were born with the gift of clairvoyance is that your intuition is never wrong. Whenever you analyze or question a situation or problem, you always end up being right. If you're someone who predicts things or draws conclusions that end up exactly as you envisioned, it means you were clearly born with the gift of clairvoyance, and you are very fortunate. The fifth sign that someone was born with the gift of clairvoyance is their ability to see, predict, and anticipate the future. If you're someone who plans your next steps in life and calculates what might happen in the future, and things turn out exactly as you planned, this means you have the gift of clairvoyance. Many world-class athletes have experienced this. They often say that before they became famous, they dreamed of greatness, of breaking records, and of being the best in their field, and they eventually achieved it. Now, let me tell you something. Having the gift of clairvoyance doesn't mean that things will happen overnight. You must understand that everything requires effort and sacrifice. Clairvoyance is simply a tool that helps you reach your goals faster, so make good use of it. The sixth sign that you were born with a gift is that people constantly seek you out for advice and recommendations. If this happens to you, it's likely that you are a leader, someone destined to guide and lead others. This also relates to clairvoyance because if people keep asking for your advice, it's because your guidance is useful to them. The seventh sign that you were born with the gift of clairvoyance is that you often experience strange sensations within your own body through your mind. For example, you might imagine that you're traveling the world, and you start to feel like you're flying, feeling the wind, seeing certain landscapes, and even smelling things related to what you're imagining. The most interesting part is that when you stop thinking about these things, the memories stay in your mind as if you actually lived them. If this has ever happened to you, let me know in the comments below, and I'll respond as best I can. Please be patient. The eighth sign that you were born with a spiritual gift is that you can sense the energy of the people around you. You might often get a bad feeling about someone or feel that a person is envious or fake. If you can sense when someone is lying or hiding something, it's likely that you possess the gift of clairvoyance, as this ability is one of its characteristics. The ninth sign that you were born with a spiritual gift is that you can leave your body while sleeping and observe the world outside. This means that while you're dreaming, you realize you're in a dream, and you start walking and doing things consciously, knowing that you're in a dream. Very few people have this ability because not everyone can distinguish between reality and dreams. If you are someone who can do this while asleep, you clearly possess a rare and extraordinary gift. The 10th and final sign that you were born with a spiritual gift is that everything you say or think ends up becoming reality. Here in my country, we say that people like this have a goat's mouth, meaning that everything they say comes true. The problem is that many people with this gift are unaware of it, which leads to bad things happening to others, not because of them, but because they don't understand the extraordinary power of their words. And that's it, my friends. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe and leave me a thumbs up. Take care, family, and I'll see you in the next video.